So maybe you've seen my last video, maybe you haven't. In that previous video, I talked about a job that was in a call center. One of the perks of that job was that it didn't really require that much prior training, that much prior knowledge, and it did offer quite some nice benefits. But one issue about that job was the stress. It was a very stressful job, and it was a job that most people wouldn't want to stay in for a long period of time. I had personally worked in that kind of job before, but after a few years, I had to move on. Now, if you've never had any job before, I do recommend that you check that video out. It might be a good place to start. However, that job is a bit more focused on developing you as a person and your social skills and the ability to interact with other people and even perform better in interviews if they require, communication skills, which is of course an important skill in many jobs, but not all. Now, this is where today's job comes in. For this job, if you do have prior skills in, say, programming, it could definitely benefit you. But if you don't, then it's absolutely no problem either, because this job does offer extensive training. And that's one of the main perks of this job. This job is at Infosys, and Infosys is ranked as one of the top employers in the world. And one of the main reasons behind that is how much they value teaching their employees. So you will have a long period of training in which you will learn all you need to excel in your job. This ranges from things such as learning the necessary softwares, the necessary programming languages, and whatever it is that you may need. So if you're an entry-level engineer, or you're just new to the field and you wish to transfer to, say, the field of technology, and it's something that you don't really know how to grasp, how to really approach very well, this is a great place to start. A job at such a company can definitely be a great starting point. And some people do sometimes get scared to approach this company specifically for two main reasons. One, it's not the most selective of companies, which is actually a good thing, because that actually means that you'll be working with a wide variety of people, and getting to be part of this team as getting a job is actually not that difficult. Not to mention that you will be exposed to people speaking so many different languages, and if you don't speak English as your first language, you're likely to find someone else with the same first language as you. And sometimes these people might actually be your bosses. And the second thing that sometimes deters some people is the fact that the kind of projects you'll be working on in this company will not be such groundbreaking projects as you could get exposed to if you, say, go to a startup or another sort of tech company. But that doesn't mean that this job is not a great opportunity, because it's better to start somewhere than not start at all. After working in this company for a while, you will have the confidence, a bit more understanding, the ability to actually move on to somewhere else where you might be happier. But that doesn't mean that you cannot possibly be happy at this company itself, because unlike the previous video, this job is actually not that bad. As in, this is an opportunity which you can pursue and actually go for long term. As in, you can possibly even decide to climb the corporate ladder at this specific corporation. As in, the skills that you will learn will be vital. The company itself is essential to so many things that happen around us, so much of the technology that happens around us, because basically it's an outsourcing. So other companies that need certain things related to IT completed, they would send their work over to Infosys, and Infosys would handle it for them. That means as the rate of technology is growing and as there's more demand for IT types of jobs, there will be an increased demand of jobs in Infosys. And applying to the job is relatively simple. You can of course go through the LinkedIn, or you can go through their own website and apply there. I personally, of course, prefer to apply through LinkedIn, and that's the route that I took. And it wouldn't really hurt to apply both ways. And regardless of your location or where you would like to work, you will definitely have no difficulties trying to land a job in Infosys, because they do have locations all over the world. So I definitely strongly recommend that you consider applying to this job for two main reasons. One, for the amazing learning opportunities that this provides, and secondly, for the amazing work balance that this provides relative to other jobs that I've covered, such as my previous video. And you will have plenty of opportunities to work from home if that is something that you desire. But of course, there are other similar companies, especially in this specific field, in the field of IT that is. And I will be covering some of those in my following videos. And the focus of most videos in this series will be about jobs that you can start with almost no experience or even sometimes knowledge. And these are of course jobs that are going to be all over Europe, the US, Canada, and sometimes Australia and New Zealand. So if you have any questions or any specific types of jobs that you'd like me to cover, please let me know in the comments down below, and I will try my best to reply to every single comment.